that scripture is fulfilled in the life of our Prime Minister. Everyone, whether everyone in the freedom movement or any country, any emerging nation, everybody wants to be in Washington. Everybody is running to Washington. Even countries that are not seeking for freedom, already sovereign nations. Everybody wants to be in Washington. And I think what they have done today is very, very cheering. I think the broom, they went to sweep the footprint of this drug lord wives who visited Washington. The woman went to defy that hallowed place. So they went to sweep her footprint and then wipe it off. That was very, very cheering. And also another scripture that this is very akin to is Peter saying that what they saw in the Mount Figuration was a testimony that the gospel is truth. So I think I was glad hearing Mighty Dot testifying of the exploit in Washington and also our foreign minister. So I think it is now, Bible says, out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, the matter is established. I think everybody, every Biafran, wherever you are, whatever splinter group you are, I think it is clear to everybody that Brigade is the one that is making the wave. So I think everybody should run back to Brigade. There's no point wasting your time. Just summon courage. Summon courage. Be a man. Be a woman. Don't just keep on going in ignorance. You see, it's very clear now. You have heard from multiple witnesses of what happened in Washington, and they were speaking live from Washington D.C. You see, so I think what we owe the government now is to give them what they need, and what the government needs is money, is a gem. That's what they need, and that's only what they're asking from us. We have seen it. It's very clear. The work is going on. Our voices is being heard in the highest places. So shame to Tinubu's wife. They have gone to wipe out her footprint because she went to defy that hallowed place. Thank you, Biafrans. We are moving forward. No retreat, no surrender. And I want to salute our Prime Minister. Your glory, the glory of the latter house. You are the latter house. The Bible said the glory of the latter house shall be greater than that of the former. So while I appreciate all our former leaders, but God, it pleases God. I mean, it's not anybody's making. It's God's making. It's sovereign will that you will be the one that will take this portion. So thank you so much for all your effort. And I know the sacrifices they made, traveling on long distances too. So it's very clear that this is sacrificial assignment that is being done on our behalf. So we're very, very privileged, and we thank every one of you. Biafrans, we owe the government finance. They need our money. They need our money. Everyone gather together, do whatever you can, support the government. There's nothing else they're asking from us other than finance, finance, finance. Thank you, everyone. I will leave this. I will submit my mic here. Thank you.
Thank you, Veteran Dragon. I think you should also remind them that those that say we are doing Photoshop, we are only snapping photo, they should come and swallow their pride and also come. We want to take them to Washington, D.C. to also snap photo with the lawmakers of America. At least,
yeah, my minister, you see, this is the wages of sabotage. If they have not fallen, probably one or two of them would have been in that mission today. That's the wages of sabotage. Very painful.
Many of them have been there now, like Ekwensu that is on a my accountability group, yabbing his mouth and calling Elias criminal and fraudster. He has been there when there were meetings in Washington, D.C. Yes, being NKERE took him along with pharmacist Diana, who is joining hand with Ngozi to work to sabotage and destroy Many of them there. They were also taken along to go and have meeting and see how it is happening with the lawmakers of America. So I'm telling all of them now that some of them should come back, and then this time we are going to make them go and also have meeting alongside with Senator Ted Cruz, so that when they finish, they can come back and then start calling Senator Ted Cruz criminal and fraudster. While their photos will be circulating on the social media. We want them to come and have a meeting and take photo with the Speaker of America, Mike Johnson, like they had before. When they finish, they now go to social media and be circulating the photo and say that it's a Photoshop and that Mike Johnson is a criminal for having meeting with BRJ, APM, and his entourage. Let them all come. We want them to come back and then use their brains. You can only grumble and make noise, but you can't do anything when you are a failure and when you have declared yourself a failure. That is a sign of defeat. Minister Success, before the network slams you again, rush your 3 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Very good. Thank you very much. Thank you. It is not easy anyway. And this is why we require stead for a better life for both Dick and Harry. Young, old, and wherever. All right, I will say good evening, wonderful people. And I welcome each and every one of you to this space tonight, hosted by our own Minister of Information and Communication, Most Honorable Sam Sonia Parawa. Yes, of course, the spirit of Simon Ekpa is still around us. And we love him, wish him happy return. Very, very, very soon. He will do the other people April Fool. You don't understand the code or the message. Something at Sokoto will happen there. The message from Sokoto will soon be in public. A lot of people will cry. They will cry. So let me just give my cent tonight. And I will say, those of you who survive Ngozi, Madam Bao, you remain at Briggy. And when we are like, okay, we are taking stands, not that we have stood though. We are like balancing. Another dangerous group struck. Accountability. And they came with a very difficult, can I say, segment that it is hard to explain. And you know what? God.
Minister Success, I don't know if it's calls that are coming into your phone. It's cracking again. It's cracking again. It's cracking again. It's cracking again.
It's still cracking.
Go ahead now. I think it don't carry you go down. The thing don't come out you from the microphone. You are even down from the microphone. Let's put it there. You're down from the microphone. Let's see if we can get you back. I think calls are also coming into your phone.
Maybe you should send him the mic directly instead of him requesting.
Yeah,
maybe that will work. Yeah, Biafrans, we are winning, and our laugh happens to be the best one.
The Success Network is really disappointing you tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, he was trying to connect the dots that the gravity of damages that Mamugu and Choma and Vam 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 group committed is worse than that of Honorable Fulani. I know some people may not understand. Yes, Honorable Fulani atrocities is small, and what she attempted to do, because we preempted her long before time. That first broadcast that we made immediately after the convention, that first broadcast where she said she's counseling fundraising, that very first broadcast that we came out to make, that actually geared the Biafrans towards the understanding of the reality of what she was coming to do. But you see, this other group took time to eat inside. Then when they wanted to strike, they went direct to go and strike the website. And that is the worst you can do. Honorable Toti, continue. Get the next person while we wait for Minister Success.
Yeah, all right, sir. Biafran Lysin in Italy. Are you there? Biafran
Yeah,
Lysin,
good evening.
Italy.
Yeah, yeah. Good evening, everyone. I salute all our fellow Biafrans, cabinet members, lovers of freedom, and in addition, our lobbyist, Mazi Elias Gerasolis, for what we've been doing for Biafra. Every day that we launch space, I always make example. I always like to make people to understand the meaning of lobbying, which the Biafra was not the starter. Even the Nigerian government lobbied America during the time you had Obama as the president and subsequently Goodluck Jonathan. And they lobbied against Goodluck Jonathan. And they even used Sheikh Gumi, because during that time there was a person that Sheikh Gumi trained to bomb America. And when he was captured along the way from Yemen towards America, it was seen that it was emphasized that Sheikh Gumi was the one communicating with this guy, and Sheikh Gumi was being imprisoned. And they used the brain of, they used the government of Goodluck Jonathan to making sure that Sheikh Gumi didn't go for it inside Saudi Arabia or UAE, with the promise that when he returns to Nigeria, he will serve in Nigeria. But as when he returned to Nigeria, he did not serve. The same people who saved Sheikh Gumi also went and they told Obama's government, Barack Obama's government, that it was Goodluck Jonathan that sent Gumi to do that. That was the reason and why. That was one of the reasons and why Obama did what he did and said what he said, because they're always there in the Take system. So lobbying is very, very fundamental as far as America government is concerned and those that want the interests of America. So because of that, we eulogize and panegyrize our lobbyists, lobbyist Elias Girasolis. Also, I saw when he was with the Ambazonians plus and minus 3 days ago, and all of them were so happy. And because of that, I always tell Biafrans to understand that as far as we want the interest of America, of which that is the desire of our supreme leaders, starting from Ojukwu until NNAMDI KANU, that look, you cannot do without that lobbying. Those like the likes of the group of these the breakaway groups, they say they don't need lobbyists, they don't need lawyer. But later we saw that they contradicted that thing that they said, which means that they contradicted that by going to hire a kind of lobbyist and lawyer. That means that they kept personal interests above collective interest. So our people should know that when we talk about international relations, you always need many mechanisms to make sure that you succeed. You need diplomacy, you need collectivism. You don't need behaving like, as if you're in the zoo. You need to carry everybody along. You also need to understand how to work as a family. We should try to minimize the level of individualism and the show of, do you know whom I am? Because you cannot work alone. You work with your group. You work with your group. At times, people need to use counter force in dealing with things because it is not good for us to be losing people. So thank you so much, our lobbyists. May God continue, blessing you and supporting your endeavors. We Biafrans are so proud and grateful, thankful for what you do for Biafra. Thank you so much, sir. I speak in parable at times. Thank you. I yield.
Yeah, thank you very much, Imandi Brigi. Chris Austin, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, 3 minutes, please.
Okay. Thank you so much. Good evening. Good afternoon. Good morning, depending on your time zone. I want to thank our PM, NKERE, and also the Minister of Information, without the cabinet of Brigade, other protocols observed. I just want to use this opportunity just to make a request. If you are from Old Enugu State, or maybe you fall under Enugu State, please, if you love Enugu State, to be online with other states, to be active like other states, please contact our Minister of Information. He is going to reach homeland. Then they are going to put hands together to make sure that Enugu State start functioning as other states. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much, Chris, for that information. Yeah, our Mazi is back. Mazi Success, are you there?
I'm here. I don't know if I will still be breaking. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yeah, loud and clear. You can go ahead before they touch your listening.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And thanks to the last speaker, our Minister of Interior. God bless you for that information. Please, if you are from Enugu State, get to our Minister of Information so that we can help you. Then what I was saying then was that in August, between July and August, the conspiracy of December. Yes, there was a conspiracy against Brigi, and I first heard that from Rafa Jari. That was in January 2025. I heard that from him based on his speech, because we used to be on phone. The same person I told in December that the guy that is claiming Rose is not General Butuzo. And they went ahead to crown him General Butuzo, which later backfired. Until today, they are still using him. And that is not my business anyway. But I will have to say things, what I know, so that tomorrow, the spirit of Biafra will not flog me. Now, Emma and his co-conspirators has been on this matter since after convention. But it was made known to me in January 2025, just barely a month after that convention. I keep nursing it within me myself without even letting the acting prime minister know about it. This thing happened even before the election of electing our acting prime minister happened. this preparation of breaking away, they try to get close to me to make these things and all this. They don't know I am not I am not something that they could easily chew and swallow. I kept playing fool with them until they have to arrive. And I have to show them my true color. Show them the back door. And they have taken the back door. A point of no return. They went ahead to deceive some of our forces. I allowed them because one thing our internal leader said, our internal leader, Odumegwu made a statement. He said, allow the people to choose their leader the same way they have the right to make their mistakes. So it is a democratic speech. I allow everyone to perch according to their fellow. Then when you perch and it's not your fellow, you have to leave the place. This is what happened to BNL. I'm not going into details, but it happens. And you know, where Briggy is not in good, is not a good in gossiping and calling people besides the microphone. No, we don't do that. If you are with us in public, if you're not with us in public, there's no backyard business. So during that September and October that this thing happened, where Briggy was facing a lot of crisis, website shut down, no account for payment, financial crisis everywhere. And a big officer could not even understand, no patience. And they twisted him. He joined them. And I will not mention the amount that they gave him. I will not mention because it's national embarrassing. After a very long time, and he recognized the importance of us holding Bakassi Peninsula. He has to turn back. He's a Biafran at heart. Prince Will is a Biafran. I swear to my God, he's a Biafran. He has to swallow every shame and come back. That I'm back to the family, to the government. So, you don't know what we have been arguing with our leader for a very long time now. And he has been able to shape that in a very correct way. So these are the things that Briggy undergo every day by day. Minister of Information is here trying to let you know, explain things, not in details, but at least if you have ear or sense, you have to understand what he's saying. We don't beg people to join us. We are glorious children of God. So we are laughing today, and BDF, BDC is indivisible. Nobody can destroy it. The splinter group can do anything they want. But you see this group that Simon Ekpa fought so much hard to put together, nobody can destroy it. It is his pride, whether he's a prime minister or not. It is his brainchild, it is his pride. And nobody will take it away from him. He's with us, we are with him. They try to use a lawyer as a propaganda against us, it will not work. Because even before then, we told PM, our former PM, allow the ability to for adversary stage to work with the other one. Emma and then Ngozi convinced PM through one man they call Attorney Levy or whatever they call that man. And I warned him, leave this Attorney Levy, is going to put in problem. That time there was no trial. Trial has no, it's just pre-trial. It's just pre-trial. He will go to court every 2 weeks for questioning and come back and just I told him, desert from this Attorney Levy. There is a pipe, there's something on the pipeline. Ngozi is having a problem in America. Ngozi is sued in America. He's using Attorney Levy to cancel the lawsuit. Remove her head first. When once there is a cancellation of the lawsuit, Levy will cease to work with you. PM thought that maybe it is a joke and all those things. But it happened today. A man claimed to be speaking with him 247. When you are, Ima say, PM, Ima will tell you that PM is passing by, he want to greet you. Eh? Today, the other one in Shorter in France went to, I think she was the last person that went to Finland to see him. And there was a serious warning. Nobody should use his name again for broadcast or for anything. They are putting him in more problem. Of which, this is what Sonny Akbaro has been shouting about. Leave the dead to bury themselves. Let the living continue to reshaping the world. It's a parable. He has been throwing this to them, but yet they don't understand. One of us, Madam Nki, that I admire so much, left because there is a changes in the system. I don't blame her. She's a woman. She's made to work in a very sane environment that is nothing like freedom fighting or war. She's a very good woman. It is not everybody's brain that they can take this toughness. So what am I saying? Is that those of you who remained in Briggy from August, July, August, September, October until now, you are the rare breed. You are the rare gem. You are the choosing one from academic highness. Even at nothing, he will use joke to crack the entire fundraising, and people will laugh. I'm telling you. I watch behind. I saw what is going on. My Minister of Information, whether chance or no chance, he must make sure he's educating people through Twitter and Facebook and all those things. We read all these things. Then the main man they call criminal. Hey, our Prime Minister now, they label him all different kind of things, but he never capitulated. Is it our African rep? Am I talking about our Indian rep? US, North and South? There are so many of you. You are the choosing one. And those things we did in Finland is just a shadow of the things that is coming to play. So don't think we have declared Biafra. We went there to practice how to redeclare Biafra. It's just a practice. And the redeclaration of Biafra will not happen in your absence. It will happen in your presence. Fully backed by international communities. So remain where you are. Continue supporting Briggy. Support yourself. And they call your districts back home. I don't mean county now. Call your districts back home. You know the district is falling. Call them back home. Strengthen them. Because a lot of things will come. Soon, PM will make a very big announcement. And from there it will begin. So thank you. He who laughs last, laughs best. And Briggy is laughing last. And they are laughing best. Other groups are in pressure or on pressure. Briggy is not a group. Briggy is a government. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Before a delegate met with Onyendu, one man made a striking statement who went to see Onyendu. He said, Onyendu said, these people don't know me. If I did not bring this Biafra, the government in exile will bring it to come. I swear to my, this is the statement. And he made it 2 times. They thought that if they kill me, it will not come. The government in exile is already positioned to bring it to come. And this is the statement. Long time ago, before he was, I think, yes, 2 weeks before he was sent to, after he was sent to Sokoto. Don't worry, we are there. We are getting there. God bless you. Let me reserve some and continue going. Then if you're one of those Eflefu who join Emma or any of those people, return bank, PM is not with you. You can see my DM. PM picture is still with me. You don't know why. Now let me know. PM is not with them. They are being deceived. PM is in Briggy. He is a prime minister of Briggy. Yes, I'm proud to say it. If you ask him of his disciplinary field, he will say, I have served Briggy as a prime minister, not to USB, not to BGC. So know that and know peace. Thank you, Jare. God bless you.
Yeah, thank you very much, the Chief of Defense Council. Thank you very much for that brief highlight regarding, where we are coming from and where we are currently, and the progress that we have been able to make together as people. And then that's the more reason why we are laughing better and best at this point in time. And we also want to appreciate you as well. I want to appreciate your doggedness and your honesty towards the Biafran cause, because if not for Chukwueka Biama and then the kind of personality that you have, maybe these money bags and the distractors, and they would have bought you over and then destroy what we are doing as a people, uh, most especially back home in Biafra land. And the Biafran people are really appreciating you so much, and also the PDF that are home as well. We are all appreciating the all of you back home. So thank you very much, Mazi Success. The Biafran people love you. And the Biafran people will continue to love you and love you and love you more. So thank you very much. Mazi David, are you ready now? Mazi David, are you ready? All right, you can have the mic now.
Okay, thank you so much, Dottie. I hope I'm coming out.
Yes, you are. Go ahead, sir.
Okay. Good evening, good morning, good night, Biafrans who are listening on this space. My greetings go to our Information Minister, Mazi Sonny Okparawa. We appreciate you, sir, for what you are doing for the Biafran people. And thank you so much for setting up this space as well to educate a lot of our people and as well update Biafrans on what is happening both in Biafra land, in the United States, in regard to Biafra, and also all around the world. We appreciate you as well, the chairman of the Biafran Defense Council. Mazi Success, thank you for such a wonderful information. This is the kind of information that Biafrans always like to hear, because a lot of people thought that our leader, NNAMDI KANU, is not following what BRGI is doing. We thank you so much for that update. And I want to use this opportunity to appreciate our Prime Minister, Mazi Ogechukwu NKERE, for as well coming up to update Biafrans on his activities and that of some of the cabinet members of Briggy in Washington, D.C. This shows that actually a lot is happening positively for Biafra nation, and a lot is happening negatively against the terrorist Nigerian state. No matter how much they try to salvage their image that is already dented, they will never succeed. It doesn't matter how many pastors they call. It doesn't matter how many millions they spent in lobbying efforts all are going down the drain because this is Biafran time. And once you rise up to speak against Biafra, you will definitely fail. And they are a failure as well. Yes, while our Prime Minister and his entourage was speaking to Biafrans, including our most dynamic, trustworthy, reliable lobbyist, Elias. And I was like, if it is possible, call all the Fulefus. You call all the accountability nonsense and the psychiatric children to come on board and listen to hear what our Prime Minister and his entourage were saying. I was also trying to send message to those who came online some time ago and was telling, misinforming, trying to deceive Biafrans that Biafra is not on the table. And I was like laughing. So while the Prime Minister was speaking, I was beckoning on all those fools that came on social media and was telling you that, oh, what is being discussed is genocide, that Biafra is not on the table, that the senators don't know about Biafra, that nobody is speaking about Biafra. And I want them to come and listen to this space because our Prime Minister, Mazi NKERE, is always in Washington, D.C. And whenever he visits Washington, D.C., which every meeting that he has to do with Biafra. Then if you say that Biafra is not on the table, our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mazi Chima, also was with our Prime Minister. Mighty Dot as well was with our Prime Minister. He was part and parcel of those who went to Washington, D.C. these days discussing about Biafra. So if Biafra is not on the table, then what is Ogechukwu NKERE, our Prime Minister, doing in Washington, D.C.? Because the last time I checked, Ogechukwu NKERE is the Prime Minister of Biafra. The last time I checked, Mazi Chima is the Foreign Minister of Biafran Republic government in exile. The last time I checked, Mighty Dot is a very strategic, a very hardcore. When you talk about hardcore, if you don't talk about Biafra to Mighty Dot, you are not making sense. So he is a Biafran. So when he goes to Washington, D.C., do you think Mighty Dot will talk about any other thing outside Biafra? So for those of you who have been listening to misinformed individuals on space, I want to let you understand that on this our space is where everything is happening. The Biafran Republic government in exile is the government that is known already in Washington, D.C., speaking for the Biafran people. And every information that needs to be made public is what our Prime Minister is making public to each and every one of you that is on this space, for you to understand what is actually playing out in Washington, D.C. And for the mere fact that they left everything that they are doing, they left their businesses to go to Washington, D.C. in order to speak for Biafra, it is a proof, should be a proof to each and every one of you that a lot is happening. Because if nothing is happening, if their meetings and have not been fruitful, you don't expect them to travel a long distance in order to go and crack jokes and come back or to play chess and come back. That is for you to understand that a lot of diplomatic engagement is going in Washington, D.C. in relation to Biafra freedom. And that is the reason why we are calling everybody to come on board, because we are at the threshold and at the critical time of our freedom. A lot is happening. And remember what our leader, NNAMDI KANU, always tells us, that we have to be consistent. We have to be very much prepared, because Biafra is going to look like it's not going to be possible, because a lot of things will be happening all around Biafran restoration project. But you must understand that no matter what happens, that Biafra will eventually come. And that is what is playing out at this time. A lot of people are being deceived by people who are eager to make money for themselves using this restoration or this Biafra. People who want power, people who want position, and people who need money. They have positioned themselves in order to deceive the gullible people, the gullible Biafrans, who don't really understand what is going on and who don't actually want to understand. That is why they are falling prey to all these hungry individuals who tomorrow they will tell you they are doing this, they are doing that, all in the bid to extort you of your hard-earned money. But in Brigi, everything is transparent, and you can see the result of your investment in Biafran Republic government in exile. So it is very important that Biafrans who have not been supporting this, our freedom, should understand that this is the best time for you to support and come on board. You listen to the Chief of Defense Council of the Homeland, Mazi Success, telling you about the position of our leader, NNAMDI KANU. And you just don't expect NNAMDI KANU to just come out just like that and start making things public. You have to use your senses. You have to use your brain. One thing that I know for sure, one of these brokers of our leader, NNAMDI KANU, he said that we are going to form a government, and our people are the ones who are going to give us that mandate to form the government. Who gave you the mandate to form the Biafran Republic government in exile? Was it not the Biafran people? Who are that government representing? Are they not representing the totality of the Biafran nation? So why are you not supporting this government that is representing you in Washington, D.C.? Because that is what NNAMDI KANU started fighting for, to have a voice in Washington, D.C., to have a representation in Washington, D.C., to have people who can speak for us, people who can vouch for us, people who can defend the Biafran cause. That is what NNAMDI KANU stands for. That is what he stood for. That is the reason why he has been held in captive, because they want NNAMDI KANU to denounce his position on Biafra. If you don't know, I want you to know that, because the whole world knows that NNAMDI KANU never committed any crime, but for the singular reason that he's fighting for the freedom of his people, and they want him to denounce Biafra for them to release him. You can hear when they say that, oh, this senator is visiting NNAMDI KANU, this one will visit NNAMDI KANU. Do you think that they are going there to visit him on what ground, on what reason? They want to see if they can be able to make NNAMDI KANU to budge or to back down on Biafra. But trust me, our leader Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is unshaken in his resolve for Biafran restoration project. And the only answer our leader will always give them is Biafra or take my life. You already heard him say that in this project that we have embarked upon, that one thing must happen, that it is either he is lowered to the ground or that Biafra be restored. So you see that Biafra is being restored, and we are following that template for that restoration. And we are calling on you to come on board. It's the same thing that made Mazi Simon Ekpa, our first prime minister, to be held in Finland. Nigerian government told every one of you that the prime minister have taken over the airspace of Nigeria because the Nigerian government were not successful in carrying out their terrorist activities in our land. So they saw our prime minister, they saw Brigi as their obstacle. So they have to do everything humanly possible to cage him, to stop him, in order to stop Biafra. That is the reason why he's there. That is the reason why they incarcerated him. Not because he committed any crime known to law. So, and you want everybody to back down until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa is released before we can continue our journey, knowing fully well that all these people, all these two great leaders of ours actually want freedom to come. And they know that anywhere they find themselves, either in or out, that Biafra is a done deal. They know that if they are being stopped individually, that the Biafran people will continue to move on to make sure that they get the freedom. So why do you want us to slow down? Why do you want us to stop, to wait until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released before we can move on? Why do you want us to wait until Mazi Simon Ekpa is released before you can support? It is very, very appalling. You can see how the terrorists are taking over the territories in Nigeria. You can see how they kidnap and demand ransoms, huge amounts of money to buy more weapons. You know why? Because the United States of America have blocked many areas, many avenues where the terrorists are being funded through the USAID and other non-governmental organizations that are reaping the world or reaping the United States of their hard-earned currency. And when this money are given to these non-governmental organizations, they funnel it to a lot of terrorist organizations, including Nigerian terrorist organizations like Boko Haram, APC, ISWAP, and all the rest of it. This is not my word. The United States government had a congressional hearing on all this, and all this information came out. So why you see all these rampant kidnappings in Nigeria, demand for ransom, is because since the money is not coming to these NGOs, the Nigerian government, their sponsor, have now advised them to kidnap as many people as possible and demand for ransom. That is the only way they will continue to fund their terrorism. So why the Fulani terrorists are funding their own terrorist organizations who they are using to come and take over our land, kill our people, displace communities, overrun villages, and occupy it? Why they are funding it? Why those of them who are in government, like Nehru Badu, El-Rufai, Shetima, and all of them, why they are supporting these bandits and funding them? But because in Biafra land, you are not facing the challenges that Borno is facing. You are not facing the challenges that Kwara is facing. You are not facing the challenges that Katsina people are facing because of these terrorists, Fulani terrorists. You are not facing. That is why you feel that Biafra land is exempted. I want you to understand the reason why you are not facing all these challenges that is confronting Kwara State, Borno State, and all these places that the terrorists are running rampage is because of the presence and activities of the Biafran Defense Forces. That is the singular reason. Because the Biafran Defense Forces are checkmating these terrorists. The Biafran Defense Forces are not giving them the opportunity or the free space to operate. And these Biafran Defense Forces, they are not protecting Biafra land with ordinary sticks. They are not protecting Biafra land with Westo. They are not protecting Biafra land with knockout. No. Biafra land is being protected through the support that Biafran given their freedom. Biafra land is protected by the Biafran Defense Forces who have made it a point of duty, who are ready to sacrifice their lives in order to defend their women and children. And we are calling on you, Biafrans, to support your freedom. Very, very important. Because we Biafrans are not engaged into criminality. We are not engaged into kidnapping. We are not engaged into running over communities. We are not engaged into embezzling public funds in order to fund our freedom. No. We engage into lawful activities. We engage into activities that will be for the protection of our people. So we are encouraging Biafrans all over the world to support their liberation. Support your freedom. If you don't support your freedom, there is the tendency that the terrorists who are being funded by the Nigerian politicians will take over your land. But God forbid that they do that. So you don't need to sit on the fence. You need to come out and support your freedom so that we don't have IDP camps in our land, so that the Biafran Defense Forces will continue to do the needful and protect our territories. Last week, Sunday, we had a town hall meeting. Last week, Saturday, we also had a fundraising. These are for the diplomatic engagement that we are having in Washington, D.C. So all these things are capital intensive. All this engagement, the lobbies, the attorneys, and other things that the Biafran government is doing needs money. So we need funding from Biafrans all over the world. Either you are in diaspora or you are in the homeland. Any amount that you can use to support your liberation is a welcome development. Very, very important. You don't need to wait until you have the whole, you have the whole resources before you can support your freedom. If you go into social media today, you can see a lot of atrocity that the Fulani terrorists have committed in other communities, other states in Nigeria. They are uncountable, and nobody is speaking for them. Nobody is defending them. Is that what you want in Biafra land? Do you want a reputation of Benue State in Biafra land? It can never happen as long as you Biafrans rise up to defend your land. As long as you stand for the freedom of your people, as long as you stand for what is right and truthful, for the protection of your women and children, it can never happen what is happening in Benue, in Kwara, in Borno, can never happen in our land. It is only those who have the blood of Fulanis that do not want to come and support the liberation of their land. Thank you so much, as I am already running out of battery, and good night from here.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Master David, for that wonderful submission. Yeah, thank you very much for the recap. And I believe our people have heard you, and the only thing that we need to be doing at this point in time is in the morning funding, in the afternoon funding, evening, even in the evening funding. Yeah, Commission Minister, you can have the mic now, sir.
Yeah, please, let's be conscious of time. 3 minutes because we are going to bring down the space. Please target those that have not spoken and give them their 3 minutes. Let's wrap up. Thank you so much.
All right, sir. The only person that I've not spoken here today is maybe Tekam. Maybe Tekam, you can have the mic now, so we can bring down the space. You can
Oh,
unmute yourself. 8 minutes, please.
thank you very, very much. Good evening, Information Minister. Akparawa Soni Abongete. Abasene Kudion. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, the love of freedom. Good evening, our leader, Masi Okukalo. Good evening, Itiade Konu. Good evening, our Prime Minister, NKERE Abasi. That is the way we call him. Oh, Igbo call NKERE. Yes. Yeah. It's still the same thing. So you people will not understand our present Prime Minister is NKERE Abasi. In my language, ABBO language, Ikono language. And we will give him Unwana. Unwana mean bright. That is the day our town hall meeting in Irongibom. The whole Irongibom, the land give him Unwana. So Unwana mean bright. And bright, for what we are fighting for, the light have to fight the darkness. And you must understand that there is no way darkness can cover light. And when we are in the ending, you need darkness and you need lights. And which one you would choose among these two things facing you? My people, don't misunderstand me, because this darkness and light is God great. And the darkness we are fighting for is evil, putting you in the slavery, and that is Nigeria and Britain and the people who doesn't like freedom. And Biafra is the light. And NKERE Abasi come to the ending of the cross over to you to rest, to you to explode, to you to just to be very, very happy. And can this stop the ending? Because the ending must surely be tough. NKERE is light. Our Prime Minister, present now, our leader, our internal leader, our ex-Prime Minister, our present. Because there is no any organization in this world. You must understand this. Because we move with templates. There is no any, please, my people, don't be annoyed with me. I'm not going, yes. Oh, Nigeria is crying. I will just go from here. Nigeria is crying for vote transaction. Of course, that is what they always be. Let me just start here because I know, all of us, we are here in. NKERE as a prime minister of present of us. You can never walk with your leg without your head. If you be like Nigeria, where they turn their head upside down, they use their own head. From Nigeria, I'm talking about the Sioux government, Nigeria, the West Africa of Nigeria, or Nigeria, when the whole world will understand, where Britain colonized them as a slave land. That is what I'm talking about, though. So you people will not understand me, so that America will not understand me. I'm a full-born Biafran Pekin, a child of ground Pekin of Biafra, the southeast of Nigeria, of slave colonization of till 26th century. Pretty know what I'm talking about. So let me just come back for where I just want to say.
Mary Beckham, please. We are giving 3 minutes, and your 3 minutes
Okay,
are the
give
last.
me,
But
if
just
I reach the 3 minutes, I'm not yet, though. I'm counting my minutes.
go ahead. You have 1 minute.
Yeah. When you reach, you tell me, because I will not even up to that 3 minutes. You know, Biafrans, both of Nigeria, all of you people are the cause of your problem. Because if you know what you're doing, if you love your freedom, nobody, no man, nobody will tell you what to do. You will fight with it. Because the vote is the trap from century of your life. And the yoke is broken from good. Oh my goodness. If you cannot remember our internal leader, our mothers, you can still go back for the people of Ko Wasirike, where, go wake up the old wound. When we say Biafra is nature, we don't hate anybody. But if you don't stand for the truth, you live, you can do very good things for this whole world. Even go to your Bible where you read. Or even me myself, I should not say go to the Bible because I know why I'm saying that. Because all of you people get, the word of wisdom as, sorry, because I don't have time. Please, Dottie, tell me when I will stop. We should do the right thing and love ourselves and make sure we collect what we are here for, not for sentiment, not for, without me, no be you. Because that is not where we are here for. That is Nigeria. Nigeria make everybody brain turn to, very, very logic, useless of. If no be me, no be you. And if no be me, you cannot rule, you cannot say. And that is the same thing. The kind of people who show, the kind of people who they on top before, and the right people, sentiment can make you fall. So phone Biafra, phone your vibration, phone your the coordination, phone your defense, phone the right way. Biafra, the public government in exile, and the public government in Biafra land, the de facto government. And you yourself, you will know the truth. Your life will tell you where the truth is. Because maybe no need to tell you, say, okay, fun. After all, the Europe you are, They fight war. And you're fighting war. Your own war is even worse than them. Even they sell your children. Sell her. If you even born self, you accept to sell the baby in the name of Nigeria. But Europe, where they fight their own war, they did not sell their baby. They die with cold because they don't have weather. Nature bless us. If you know find your life, nobody will find for you. Nobody will fight for you. Yes. Please, our Prime Minister, Biafra land love you. We want to do the right thing. Everybody, including me. Nobody Biafra land said, oh, this is me. This is you. Only the spirit of Biafra. Anybody he touch, if you don't like it, go and hug transformer. Yes, for the physical, you go and naked transformer, hug it like this. So if you cannot do it, you can't stop Biafra now. You continue bitter. After all, no any of you people where they do evil get rest of mind.
Yeah,
Find the way you're supposed to do the right thing. Form your coalition. Form your lobby. Thank you very much, my people. Thank you, Tochi and Information Minister. I mute my mic.
yeah, thank you very much, Lady Tekan. Thank you very much. Let's take Rage and Fear, please. Rage, 3 minutes, please. Once it's 3 minutes, I will stop you so we can break down the space because the information has been given already. So you can unmute yourself now, Rage.
If I were mommy Stella, mommy Mary don't use the whole time because they give me only 3 minutes. Anyway, let me try to discipline myself to that. Thank you very much. Greetings to you, all Biafrans all over the world, freedom lovers and friends of Biafra. Special thanks to you, our Honorable Prime Minister, NKERE, and to the Chairman Chief of Defense Council, Honorable Success, as well as the Honorable Minister of Information, to all the honorable comrades that are here present. Thank you very much for your time and your dedication. One thing I want to tell our people is that until we learn discipline, until we learn self-control and undivided loyalty to Biafra, a lot of us are still going to lose our lives. A lot of our loved ones will still lose their lives, and the hope of getting Biafra will not be there. We must learn all of these things. That is the only way we can get Biafra. I can see that a lot of people have loyalty, but they have a divided loyalty. An undivided loyalty to Biafra is the loyalty that is strictly for Biafra. There's some people's loyalty is for both for Biafra and some individuals whom they love so much, which all of us also love so much. But the surprising thing is that if you have your undivided loyalty for Biafra, that your loyalty to Biafra is going to cover that Biafra that you love so much. Because of your undivided loyalty to Biafra, a lot of resources will come in to even take care of that individual that you love so much. The reason why we are being set back and it's like we are rolling, it's like we are not moving forward, is because many of us have this undivided loyalty. We must be 100% loyal to the cause of Biafra. That way, you are loyal to every Biafra. That is the only way we can move forward. And talking about Biafran's laugh, we have not even started laughing, as a matter of fact. We are just smiling. We are warming up. But the big laugh is coming. And the enemies have not started crying. You understand? Because when you choose to live a lie, when you choose to live in denial, everything can be thrown at you and you accept it. That is the case of Nigerians. Nigerians, they live a lie. They live in denial. They live in fake identity. That is the sign of slavery. And slaves do not expect the best out of life. Anything that is thrown at slaves is what they take. My message to the United States of America, even as the greatest president in the world today, Donald Trump, is working so hard to see that he dislodges the Islamic regime of Iran, you should not forget that a lot of them, when they have been pushed out of Iran, a lot of them will relocate to Nigeria. Many of them will also relocate to Afghanistan. So Nigeria should be made a priority. These Islamic jihadists that are slaughtering Christians here and there, they are killing the Christians because they see the Christians around them. But when there are no Christians around them, the killing will stop. That is why a Biafran state with Christian value and Western civilization is needed at this point in time. A state where Christians can feel at home, where even Christians in the north can relocate to, can come to and feel at home if it is not convenient for them to survive in the north. They can relocate to the Biafran territory so long as they are not going to commit crime, so long as they are going to abide by the rules in Biafra land. They can come in and their lives will be saved. That is the only way to solve the problem of Nigeria. And one humble appeal I will make to our people is that whenever there is a space, please don't fail to share the space. Don't even fail to invite people. I don't even mind. Let 100 people invite me. I will not mind. It doesn't shorten my data. It doesn't take anything away from me. And if I invite you to a space, don't take offense. It doesn't matter how many times I invite you to a space. Don't take an offense because I'm not going to assume that you are on the space, you know. I never knew that there was a space running until, okay, so let me even check what is happening over there. Nobody invited me, and I was not even given a lot of space is running. Please, let's have the habit of sharing space and inviting people to space. Once again, I really want to say a very big thank you to the great leaders that have spoken already. I don't know what is said in the beginning, but once the space comes to an end, I'm going to go back to the beginning and get the full and completity of the space. Biafro bilo kerore hoyoya, beneve gresere, onye hubavo notisi wabona, Biafra maina, obilo, Biafra mobilo kerore hoyoya, beneve gresere, onye hubavo notisi wawoma, Biafra maina, Biafra obilo, 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 e Biafra obilo, obilo. Thank you very much. I yield the mic here.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rage and Fury. Information Minister, are you there, sir?
Yes, thank you so much. We have to bring it down. Looking at the media, we just saw that, what's his name? The royal family, the king or the prince of England, posted happy waiting, happy Ramadan, Mubarak, wishing all Muslims in the UK, the Commonwealth, and around the world a blessed and peaceful Ramadan. And this was posted like 2 hours ago. When you check the comment section, you see how the UK citizens are bombarding him with fire. That is to tell you that there is a great awakening. So we appreciate all Biafrans. Everybody needs to wake up in like manner and to give woto back to those that brought slavery to our lands. We appreciate our PM and his entourage today in Washington, D.C. on their official duty. And we appreciate the American government for giving us the opportunity to present Biafra on the table and also to continue to smear Nigeria to pieces. The credibility damage which we canvass against Nigeria is playing out. The international pressure on their military formations, their economy, and their government structure is playing out. The political, diplomatic, and international isolation, everybody can see it happening. The weaponization of U.S. foreign policies and the apparatus against Nigeria, which we made sure it was activated, is playing out in a grand style. You can all see how they are jumping from pillar to pole. Nobody should be worried about the US government's presence in Nigeria. They are there to make sure you, as a Christian, is alive. They are there to make sure the jihadist terrorists and their conquest agenda, the emirate that was to be erected a second time, is destroyed. It is on the path of the declaration and the full recognition of Biafra independence. We need all hands on decks. And everybody that have been on the fence and those that made themselves a willing tool to the accountability groups to use them to smear their plans, it's high time you come back to your senses. Our arms are wide open. Whatever sin you've committed, come back and talk to the Biafran people. And at this very moment, I'm officially giving kudos on behalf of the government of BRGI to the leader of the Biafran Never Wing, General Prince Will. The government of Biafra appreciates you, and we congratulate you on your boldness and your decisive decision on your U-turn, having acknowledged and understood that you were misled and used to go against your own freedom. So, welcome on board, and we appreciate and we want to see you all back on duty. Thank you so much to everybody, and we support all our defense forces, and we pray. Thank you to everyone. All right, we are welcoming our PM to the stage now with his entourage from the headquarters of BRGIA and the headquarters of America. So, Biafran people and lovers of freedom, the media and the press, join us as we welcome the BRGIA PM and his entourage, live from Washington, D.C. Honorable PM, His Excellency, Honorable KANU, you have the mics and they will from you.
Yeah, Honorable Minister of Information, just give me 1 minute. I will be with you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Welcome on board. And Minister of Foreign Affairs, welcome on board.
Well done. Honorable Minister of Information. Well done.
Thank you. Now, welcome everyone. Mazi Chineke, I can see you there. Welcome. Solomon that spoke, welcome.
Thank you, my brother. Welcome. Thank you.
Welcome, Eunice. Welcome, Emeka, David, Betty, James, Veteran Dragon.
Thank you.
Emmanuel, Attitude, Ben Wabo, MJO, 1 million,